Raven. Where you at, Allie? Come on up. Everybody welcome Allie Raven. Our hostess with the mostest. Don't let her sing.
All right, where are the ladies? Sascha, Codi, and Tara, come on up, you guys. Sascha. Tara.
All right. Okay.
Hi, I'm Allie Raven. I'm a mom of two and a realtor, and I like the arts and giving back to my community. And I want to sell you a piece of this paradise. Is that what your social media looks like? I hope not. It is not what these bitches' social media looks like at all. But the best part is they are all doing something completely different. And when I called them and asked them, what are you doing? They were giving me, one person would say one thing and then the next lady would say the exact opposite. And I was like, I love this, because the point is, do what works for you. Everything we do in life, especially in real estate, do what works for you, do what feels easy for you, right, ladies? And then you're gonna see results. So, do you guys all have microphones, or are you using mine? Okay, you're gonna share. Awesome. Okay, so real quick, who are you? Codi, who are you? You're not just a realtor. You've got a lot going on.
I'm not. Hi everyone, I'm Codi. I'm a mom of 4. I'm also a flight attendant with Hawaiian, which led me to real estate. I wanted to be home with my kids more. My mom's also a realtor, so it gave me that idea. I moved from Oahu to the Big Island in 2020 because prices of homes were amazing. And when I joined real estate, being on a new island, my first question was, how am I gonna put myself out there? I don't know anybody here. I'm in a tight-knit community. Everyone here already knows each other. I don't know anybody. And the first thought that came to my head was social media. I'm gonna lean real heavy into social media, and that's where a big chunk of my business comes from today.
How much business would you say, Codi?
Close to 100%.
Yeah, that was the answer that I got when I asked you. That's amazing. Tara, who are you?
Hi everyone, I'm Tara Shim. I am a mom. I am a realtor. I'm an investor. I'm the other half to my better half. I'm a pusher. I will push you into greatness, empower you and inspire you through education. And I'm just a girl that's just always down to have fun, all around, always down to have fun. If it ain't fun, I ain't having it, so.
Amazing.
Aloha everybody, my name is Sascha Thompson. I'm with eXp Realty, obviously. Also a mom, 3 kids, a couple adults and a little one, and then I'm out of Oahu, born and raised in Kailua, and now out of Kapolei, and been in real estate since 2022.
And Sascha, I love that you were like, I just had a friend that was taking the real estate class and I love to be a student, so I sat in and took it and did it and was like, okay, I'll give this a try. That's kind of your story, yeah?
Yeah, I come out of a background of Lomi Lomi and massage bodywork, and I still hold my license 25 years now. So we were coming out of like 2020 into 2021, and long story short, my best friend was enrolling in real estate school just on a whim because, like Peter said, they were having like a half-off discount that week. And I'm a dork. I just like to be in school, and like I collect licenses and certificates and stuff. And so like I had no intention of leaving massage or anything like that. I was just bored. So, and then I passed, and so now here we are.
Okay. And what is your platform now, Sascha?
I
Your
use
favorite?
all of them, but TikTok is the winner.
TikTok,
Yeah,
okay.
TikTok is a winner.
Yeah, we haven't heard a lot of that today, so I just wanted to bring that up and we'll come back to that. But Sascha gets a ton of action through TikTok. She's just leaned into that. So don't forget, it's not just Instagram. I think that's what we tend to believe, but there's so many out there, and Sascha is a great example of getting your name and your face out there on all of them. Can you list them all, Sascha? What are you doing?
Everything that's free. So all social media is free. And I make one video and then post it once, and then I copy and paste all the writing stuff that I put and then just post it across everything. So I'm on Facebook, IG, which is connected to Pinterest. So Facebook, IG, and Pinterest is all like one platform. You can post on one and it goes to all three. And then I'm on LinkedIn, TikTok, YouTube. Once in a while, make shameless posts on Google Maps and TripAdvisor because you never know, if like people are here on vacation and they want to buy a house, like of course they're going to look at TripAdvisor and see me. So
Awesome.
yeah, just about every platform for free.
I think there was a moment or a video for each of you that you posted that kind of blew up, where you realized, oh my gosh, this really works, and that was maybe surprising. Tara, what was that video for you?
Recently I did one that I probably would have not have done, but I was waving to my friend and I was like, oh, hey, there's my friend over there. And then I walked to my car and like, yeah, you better fucking use me as your realtor. And, and then I sit in my car and she pops out and she's like, or what? And we just start laughing. And I would have never posted that because first of all, like I know kids follow me, grandparents follow me. And so I try to keep it like I swear all the time in real life, but on social media I try not to. So I was like, you can't put that. She's like, don't worry, I'm gonna blur it out. And that one post, I was like, what the heck? People started calling me like off the hook. And I got like listings and buyers and all these things from the one post that I was like, yeah, you better effing use me. And it was just a funny reel, but like, I would have
It was
never
a
thought.
way to stay top of mind because
Yes, 100%.
Codi and Sascha, they're getting their leads. They're getting a ton of clients from their social media, and they have a whole process on how to do that, and we'll go over that. And Tara, I think that you have really focused in on the fact that your business is referral-based, and the most business you do is people that you already know. So you were kind of just bullying all of your friends anyway, right?
100%, and it
They
worked.
already knew you. They were
Totally
feeling guilty to just use you. You never know, right?
It was just funny, and I would never have done it, but because I did it, it generated way more business. And I don't take Zillow calls or anything. Everything is just 100% organic leads from my sphere. So when I do post, I guess they listen.
Okay, so Codi, what are you posting? You have a formula and something that you always post, and what is it?
The number one thing I post is home tours. And I mean, it started off horrible, and I got better at investing into apps and editing, and it took practice, and it just got better and better to where agents would literally reach out to me like, can you take a video of my listing? And I'm like, yeah, sure. If it's gonna bring you a sale or me a buyer, and that was my goal, was just to get houses out there, whether it was my listing or friends or someone I don't even know. And those kind of took off.
And we talked about something that's really important in the home tours that would get you more likes and more views, and what was that?
Location and price. There's a controversy about posting prices too. I don't put the address intentionally because I want people to reach out. Like, where is this? And that's how I start conversations. A lot of my followers are across the state, and Big Island, is the most affordable. So when people see that house is $475, where is this? And I got another buyer.
Yeah, and the price can be a conversation,
Yeah.
right? If the
Yeah.
price drops, that's a huge conversation
Yes.
starter.
Mhm.
And Can you talk a little bit about the music? Because that seemed to be huge.
That's the hardest part of everything. Not the editing, not showing up to the house and taking the video, not making the caption, not reaching out to the, it's picking the song. And I can sit there for hours trying to pick the song because it really does matter. I had people reach out, repost my videos because they're like, this music is hitting, they have an emotional connection, and a lot of the songs I used to post in the beginning were around my era, like in my teens, and it was hitting that audience, like people who are old enough to buy houses now.
Exactly, I thought that was key. Now those people who were jamming in high school are the age where they're first-time home buyers or second-time home buyers, right? Okay, so Codi is posting houses. Maybe on her stories you'll see her family or other things, but she's doing house tours. That's her formula. People want to see the houses. And Sascha, we talked, and the number one thing you said was, nobody wants to see a frickin' house. So what is working for you?
I'm sorry, but I think houses are boring.
Boring.
Like, they are. And then they get sold, and then that's no longer relevant, you know. So I'll post houses once in a while so that they know I'm actually selling them. But for the most part, my content is just more like informational stuff and like little bite-sized pieces that the average person can eat and not choke on.
There was a video
and help understand.
that blew up for you, and what was it?
So last year this time, I was at Kona and I was like, I'm not taking no listings. I'm just going to be a buyer's agent because buyers are fun and they're excited and they're not emotional and attached to the house. And so I'm just going to do buyers. And then like 3 of my teammates said, can you co-list with us? And one of them was Ms. Kavena, my mentor and my sponsor. And it was both of our first homestead property. And I actually live in Homestead. My family went through this and everything, so I have a little bit of that knowledge. But seeing it from like the real estate point of view was a different take. And then I realized, oh my God, they don't have to wait for their name to get called off the list to like go buy one of these properties. Like, I don't know, I just made the connection. And so I'm driving in my car and I was like, turn on the camera and talk about this. And that was the first video. Like, I've been posting for the last, like 2022, I went to EXPCon in Vegas and they were talking about getting your stuff across all pages and your name the same across everything. So I've been doing that. I've been posting regularly and building my page. So if you look, I got a lot of content, but a lot of it, the old stuff is like awful. But that video just finally, I found like a place where I was comfortable talking on camera, which was in my car. And then God's perfect timing. I really believe in this. I posted about, did you know you don't have to wait for your name to get called to get a homestead property? You don't have to wait to your name to get called off this list. And then like 2 months later, Homestead went and released like 750 lease awards. And then like another 1,000 a couple months after that, like Outer Islands. And so all of a sudden, now this topic was hot stuff in the news, and on my TikTok, it just took off because TikTok has a different algorithm and it's like nobody has to follow you to see your content. And it's just because it was, I don't know, For You page or whatever. I didn't even know what that was until like a couple months ago. But I wasn't putting FYP on anything. It's just, I guess, what people's interest was. And that video now has like 111,000 views. And I just broke like 3,000 followers like last week. So it's not even that much. But when you look at like the analytics, to like every platform will have analytics on their videos, but TikTok, it shows like 99% of the viewers are not following me. So was super interesting. But that video launched, like took off everything, and so now people are following because of that, and then now they're looking at the rest of the content.
Right, a lot of the educational pieces. You found something, you dug into it, you did your own research, you made a post about it, and then it blew up from there, so that's really awesome.
It blew up, and then I started posting more stuff about that topic,
right.
Like one bite at a time.
So find your topic, you guys. Do some research on something that people aren't talking about. And that's one really great tip.
I'm really trying to get away from DHHL though, you guys.
Yeah, time to move on.
I've got Codi goals, okay? Like, I am so far away from what sister over here is doing and crushing on her page. And so I'm taking notes too.
So Codi, let's talk about, you get people to your page, and then what does the funnel look like? How are you turning them into clients? What does the process look like? If somebody gets to you or reaches out to you, walk us through that.
I noticed that when you engage, I get so much comments, whether they're positive or negative, and I try to respond to all of them, which creates more engagement. And ones that do seem serious, I get them to my DM. Like, hey, DM me, I'll give you more info, or whatever the question or comment was. And then I do look at their profile, because some people are weird, and I kind of get a vibe, and my response is going to be different based on what they look like, or what I can tell their lifestyles, whatever. And I can tell when someone's serious, like right off the bat, or they genuinely want to know more, or whatever it is. And once I get that encouraging conversation going and get them a little more comfortable, I ask them, like, hey, are you available for a 5-minute quick phone call? And just so they know I'm a real person, because I don't post a lot of my face and talking. It is a lot of like videos of home tours and just sold and in escrow, because people are going to see that, oh, she is active and she is successful. I'm going to reach out to her. Like, that's my whole goal, is just to gain clientele.
And Codi, when you do show your face, and where do you usually put that?
On my stories. I have a handful of videos where I'm actually talking and I posted, and one of them actually blew up too, which was just first time home buyer advice, because the one question I get the most is, oh, where do I start? So it's a super just broad video explaining like the first steps.
Yeah. So that's a great tip too. There's a lot of us who are very self-conscious, but a story goes away in 24 hours, so it's a great place to start. If you want to practice, put yourself out on your stories, right? I heard all three of you say that, so that was also a really great tip. Tara, you have a special person in your life that shows up on your social media quite a bit, and it's very interesting. Who is that? Talk about what you got.
My grandma, she's 91 years old, 4 feet nothing, like the most firecracker Filipino lady you ever meet. She don't give a shit. She'll just tell you straight, like no filter. And every once in a while I go visit her and I'll just catch a few things that just makes me laugh. And every time I post it, people are like commenting 100 million times on her post or the story. And they're like, this reminds me of my grandma. Thank you for sharing. Oh my God, that's my grandma too. She's just like that. I live for these. Please post more. Make her own page. Can you make a granny Instagrammy page? And I'm like, ain't nobody got time for that. But I try, and at first, I just make fun of my grandma all the time because she annoys me so much sometimes. I love her to death, but she's very annoying. And so I just make fun of her because she's funny. And I get so much comments, likes, engagements from my grandma. And I should post her like on my regular post, but I don't know if everybody would get it. Like, it's just a funny thing. She's very broken English, pidgin, like just funny. And
why do you think that resonates with so many people?
Probably because most people have a grandma like that.
Okay.
Yeah, she's just
people can relate. It's very relatable. Finding something super relatable,
yeah,
right, is something we can all do.
Yeah. So I don't post her a lot because people want me to post her. So when I do post her, then they engage even more. But if I posted her all the time, they'd be like, I've seen her already.
She's a really special nugget. Yeah. And so find your grandma, whether it's actually your grandma or not. That's basically what Tara was telling me. Allie, these realtors need to find their grandma. Maybe it's your dog. Maybe it's, I don't know, something funny, something special in your life. But it's a great tip. Sascha, I want to ask you what your process is. So yours is, I feel like, a little bit more technical. How are you turning your social media leads into clients? How are you capturing them?
It's actually pretty close to what Codi's doing.
Cool.
So I believe in like that 8 to 10 touches, and then you're top of mind. So when you post, if they like it, that's good. If they share it, that's better. If they save it, that's really good. if they making comments or like tagging other people. So like already those, but then when they jump into my DMs and start having a conversation, I consider those like more high quality than just the comment conversations. But once they're in DMs, usually it's because they've got a lot of questions, and so by that point I'll have like, little kind of figure out where they are and stuff, and then I'll start getting their email and their phone number and their spouse's names and numbers and who do they want to be connected to. Once I'm connecting them to somebody, it's pretty much like we're getting them. They're gonna buy, or they're gonna be getting their credit set with Lonnie, or they're gonna be doing something, but they're in process and they're in my funnel. And pretty much once I've got through all of those little steps, I got a lot of people on my board right now.
Okay, and Tara, can you talk about maybe some or a mistake that you've made in the past and that you've learned from with social media?
So on my page I have all kinds of stuff, my travels, my real estate, whatever. And I taught financial education for over 17 years, and I was sitting with one of my friends, her and her husband, taught them how to pay off a ton of debt. First class paid off over $26,000, and I was super stoked for them. So I posted that on my social media, and I was like, congratulations, they paid off all this debt, blah, blah, blah. And she was pissed, like super mad that I did that. And I didn't know, because I was just like super excited for her. And I feel like people resonate through stories. Like if you tell somebody like, oh, so-and-so did this, they're gonna be like, what, you did that? Like, I wanna do that, I can do that too. And so I posted it, and she was so mad at me. I didn't know that, she didn't tell me that right away. But later on, she was like, I was so mad at you because I thought that people were gonna think that me and my husband had marital problems and money problems and all the things. And I was like, what? Why would you think that? But I do that because I know that, like I said, I'm a pusher. I push people into greatness and doing big things. And fast forward, on like Facebook, it has that on this day 5 years ago or 10 years ago or whatever, and the picture and the post and whatever. Every year that pops up, she calls me and she's like, thank you so much. You saved our marriage, you saved our life. We wouldn't have been able to move, put my kid through football, have another kid, like all these things that when she looks back at it, she's so stoked about it. But in the moment, she was mad. And that made me realize like, ooh, I better ask permission to post other people's success. And I do that now, even if it's just sold, whatever. I'm like, do you mind if I post this? And most times they say, yeah, please post. And there's a couple people that are like, no, please don't, because I'm very, very private. Or I don't want my family to know I have money or whatever. So now I know, and I ask permission. And so that was one thing that I've learned was just don't be posting all kinds of stuff without asking first. Most times it's okay.
Yeah. Codi, do you have any lessons that you learned? Or mistakes that were made in the beginning?
Definitely lessons learned and growth, especially starting with social media and posting videos. I mean, it came a long way. They're not all cute and pretty when I look back. But it's when I first started making videos and I used to post just people that I knew, I didn't tag the listing agent, and I didn't know. And my previous broker was like, I think you should start tagging the listing agents because people in the comments are literally assuming this is my listing and it's not. I think that was one big thing that I was like, holy crap, I better start tagging the listing agents. And I mean, it's good now, but... And
now they must love it because it's advertising for their listings.
I literally have agents reach out to me like, oh my God, thank you for your video. I sold the house and I wasn't a part of the transaction at all. But again, that's my goal, is to, whether it's to gain clients or to help others succeed, it's a full circle.
Sascha, did you ever, I think all of us at one point or another are like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to be on camera. I don't want to do social media. But talk about why we should. Who is it really about? And this is kind of like threefold. Did you ever struggle with imposter syndrome or be feeling uncomfortable?
First of all, nobody cares about me. Like, for real, nobody gives a crap about any of us. It's all about what is in it for them, right? And so I'm lucky. I have a friend who's my video editor, and she's not in real estate at all. And so she helps me to see the videos from like an outsider point of view. And if I'm like, oh, this and this and that, she's like, no, I don't know anything about what you're talking about. So everything that you do has to benefit somebody out there. And if it doesn't have any benefit for them, they're gonna scroll right past and you're not gonna catch them. So people are really selfish and it's just all about me kind of thing. So once you get your head out of it, then they'll be fine, and then they'll be like, oh, I kind of like her. She's pretty, or whatever, you know, what you hoping they'll see. They'll see it when they have value.
Right, so giving value. Tara, did you ever feel insecure or about posting?
Every day. Nah. It comes in waves. Sometimes I'm gonna post all the time, a lot, and sometimes I'm just taking a season, and I think that's just in life in general. I know that you need to be consistent, but it's a full-time job. Like, nobody told you that being a realtor is like all about social media or promoting yourself, and I just think like sometimes I'm just not feeling it. I know my content ain't gonna be good if I'm not feeling it, so I kind of just take it in waves. When I'm ready to post, I just post a lot, and when I'm not, I just take that break, and then that kind of helps me too.
And Codi, you have more of a schedule. When are you posting? How are you posting? How often?
I mean, I try to make my content like when I'm in bed and it's quiet, but I do try to post 1 to 3 times a week, and not because I feel like I'm forced to. I genuinely enjoy social media. Like before I became a realtor, I like social media. So it comes really easy to me. It doesn't feel like an extra task or, I mean, don't get me wrong, there's times where I'm like, I'm too busy to make a Canva post or a video I have to edit on CapCut, but I definitely find downtime. I can, you know, and it takes practice. Before it would take me like 20 minutes to edit it, and now I can do it in like 5 minutes. So it just takes practice.
Like everything, right? Where are we? Tools. Codi, what tool are you using to edit and to make your videos?
Everyone always asks me, are you using a professional camera? I'm like, nope, it's just my iPhone Max 16 Pro. And it's the apps. Like I invest in CapCut Pro, which I'm sure a lot of us use. And it's just taking the time to figure out how I want to edit my videos a certain way. And it comes out looking professional.
Awesome. And so how much a month are you spending?
On CapCut alone, about $15.
$15 a month. That's
Canva,
nothing.
14.
Okay.
You know?
Yep.
It's worth it.
Yep. And Tara, you have also invested money into your business and on the social media side. How have you done that?
I hired a social media coach. It's my friend Wendy Tomonta with my social agent. And that was a game changer for me because sometimes I'm not confident at showing up. And when I'm not, like, she's like, come on, let's shoot a video. And she'll make me do all these crazy reels, make me run in Target parking lot and whatever. And I would never do that myself, probably. So I just bought her course, and then I do like content days with Mike Sato back there. Thanks, Mike, for always being the photographer behind the scenes for us. He does a lot of the edits for us, so does she. I do all my edits in Instagram, one and done. If you know me, I just shoot it usually one time. I'm like, Dylan, done is better than perfect. And then I just post it, and that's it. I forget about it.
And Sascha, you have also spent some money early on. You were talking about being at EXPCon and how you got some information and you immediately went into your hotel room and were just researching and then ended up spending some money. What were you doing and what was important to you?
Now I don't spend anything as much as possible. But in the beginning, so I got licensed in 2022 and I went to EXPCon in Vegas that year. And like one of the first sessions that I went to was about SEO and getting like your name across everything and making you Google findable. And now it's not even so much Google anymore, but in general. And I walked out of that room like I dropped $900, like okay. And I spent money on that. It did help a lot because it helped me understand how to keep everything streamlined, and that's how I knew how to like brand myself. That's when I started using the Aloha Realtor across everything, and then even like extra pages like Realtor.com, Zillow, like anything free where you can get your name and your if somebody Googles you to come across the same. So I did spend money on that. I did buy coaching from somebody on YouTube in the beginning too, which I still use some of those techniques and stuff. But most of the training that I got was through EXP or through our team or YouTube videos.
So I'll ask all of you ladies, if there's somebody just starting out, or maybe they're not just starting out as a realtor, but they don't feel comfortable on social media, they don't really know where to begin, what is a piece of advice that you would give them, Codi?
Well, first and foremost, to be yourself. And do like an introductory. If you are starting a business or whatnot, like post your headshot, share your story. People want to connect to you on a personal level first and foremost.
Okay, Tara, how about you?
Yeah, don't be a secret agent. Tell people what you do, how you do it. Showcase your life as a realtor, whether you're doing a walkthrough, inspection, showing, whatever it is, because people need to know that, and you want to stay top of mind. So keep sharing who you are and what you do.
Yeah, definitely make sure everybody knows that you are a realtor. And one of the ways that I went about it was I just told everybody, I said, I know you know one, but I'm one too. And a lot of them were like, well, actually, I really don't. Or they just weren't close to them. So now I'm top of mind, right? But I would say have fun. And when you're first starting out, like what I did was I took like all the CEs that needed to be done because I didn't have transactions. And then of course, you know, I'm a dork, so I was like taking extra classes and stuff. And then I would just post about it like I was knowing it for the last 20 years or knowing it all along. I posted about the NAR settlement. I posted about like just different things happening in the market and in our industry, and just started building the page. And I think that really helps is to just, if you are in downtime and just starting, get into all the training and classes that you possibly can and fill your brain up that way, so that when the transactions and the possible clients come up, you can like have good conversations at least.
Yes, thank you. And all of you spoke about what so many have said in this room today, which is just, it's not about you. It's about helping people. It's about helping families. It's about helping others get into a home, which is such a massive, important thing. And once we can wrap our head around that and realize it is not about us, nobody cares that our hair is a little bit gray, or, you know, that we have wrinkles, or that our shirt's stained, or whatever it is. It's not about you. It's about helping others, right?
If you're like that, you're more relatable. Because I think 98% of the world are ugly.
Amen. And we're going to end on that note.